Good evening, YouTube. How's everybody doing? This is Robin Hood and Stock Talk. Well, hi, I'm a G. No, I am not your financial advisor. So this is not financial advice. It's just me sharing my investing journey in the markets and everything that comes along with it, right, guys? The good, down, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the up days and the down days, right? As you can see in my account, I am sitting up in the green again, 9%, guys. 2 days in a row, I am up over $2,000, a total of over $4,000, guys, in 2 days. I was at 21,100. Now I'm at $24,738. Not too bad, right, for the new kid on the block. Um, so but it just your accounts go up and down. They fluctuate, guys. You just need to learn to go with the flow and keep it pushing, no matter what. You know what I mean? And I hope to hopefully motivate somebody to open an account, guys. Like I always say in every video, you know what I mean? Investing, right, is your first step to financial freedom, whether it's stocks, crypto, real estate, etc., etc. Just investing in general. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have financial freedom. You know what I mean? I want to retire in 10 years or less, guys. God willing, less than 10 years. And I will get my millie, like I always say in every video. You got to speak it into existence and think positive. I did not know anything about the stock market at all, guys, last year. I've just over a year now, just barely over a year, I have been investing in the stock markets, and I basically have taught myself by reading, watching videos. Like I always say, knowledge is key. You got to feed that brain. If you read, you're feeding your brain, right? And feed your brain with stuff that's of importance, not just stuff that is irrelevant, right? Stuff that's going to grow you financially or just, knowledge wise, right? Because a lot of us can be very intellectual, have a lot of useless knowledge, as I like to say, that it's not, yes, it's knowledge, it's useless. What is it going to benefit you other than, oh, I'm smart, look at me, ha 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 ha, right? I'm not saying that that's not important. It is, guys, so don't misconstrue what I'm saying, right? See, I can use big words too. I got a high school diploma, no college degree or university, right? I got a high school diploma though. Whoop whoop. Second person in my family, guys, right? So what I'm getting at is nobody taught me the importance of investing, right? Or good credit, any of that, guys. And if I can do it, you guys can do it too. Maybe you might come from a similar background, maybe not. You know what I mean? I came from a pretty screwed up uh, background, right? But that's a whole other documentary, right? But if I can do it, you can do it, and I hope to motivate one person to at least open some kind of account. You know what I mean? So we'll just get right into it, guys. I'm not gonna be too long, just long and up. And like I always say, guys, like I know I'm new and I don't have a lot of technical analysis, a lot of fundamentals in my videos. I'm learning to get better at that, guys. But I will tell you this, the videos that I show and the stocks I talk about to put on your guys' radar, because it's not financial advice, just my thoughts and opinions, have been doing good, guys. If you go back and you look at the videos, all the ones that I have been talking, not all, most of the videos I've been, stocks I've been talking about have been going up in price, guys, going up in volume. For example, Futu, right, was one of them that I was talking about. You guys are sleeping on Futu, man. Look at that. I am up $5,000 just about, and I am up 120% in this stock right here, guys. It is basically like Robinhood, the platform we're talking about right now. It is the Robinhood of China. Futu. Go look it up and see, right? And you can open up an account in 3 minutes, be trading and buying stocks just like you can on Robinhood. That's what Futu does. I had bought in at $50, guys, and it is up to $120 today. It's been on a tear for like the last month, literally for like the last month. It has shot up in like little shy of 4 months. I have made 120% of my investment. That's pretty darn good in less than 4 months, guys. But yet, I'm the new kid on the block. What I'm saying is just don't count me out. We're going to be talking about AquaBounty, right? That's the name of the company, ticker AQB. And what they do is they are a salmon farming company, guys, right? We know that's nothing new, right? People have been farming salmon for a long time, or since 1980, matter of fact, according to the statistics I was reading about. But they're no different than uh, farmers farming cattle, uh, pigs, chickens. Stuff that we eat, right? So they're no different, right? I didn't even know that there was a company that you can invest in, right? They're trading at $11.32 right now, and analysts are saying within the next year it's going to shoot up to $16 and change, and within 5 years it'll be at $37, guys. You know what I mean? So I'm always looking for companies that are gonna grow, and we definitely eat food. We eat food. We eat salmon, guys, and aside like other meats and stuff, right? Protein, right? I love salmon, right? So we're just gonna get right on into it, guys. Without further ado, let's get it. All right. So AquaBounty, who are they? I'm glad you asked me, because this guy Jaime G is gonna tell you. AquaBounty Technologies develops and markets products to enhance productivity in land-based aquaculture. It offers Aqua Advantage salmon, a bioengineered Atlantic salmon for human consumption. A Frankenstein salmon, as they say. It's safe, guys. There's been over 20 years of research and development, right, in this, and it's FDA approved. The company was formerly known as AquaBounty Farm. The company was formerly known as AquaBounty Farms, right, and changed its name to AquaBounty Technologies. Just a little tweak in the name. In June of 2024, AquaBounty Technologies was founded in 1991 and is headquartered in Maynard, Massachusetts, guys. Right. Um, so it's important, man. It's helping keep us have more food. The food chain is always important, especially with what was going on with the whole pandemic and everything. I know here in my state there was a little scare with uh with beef and chicken, right? There was a little shortage there for a while. People were freaking out, buying it all up, right? And they couldn't keep enough on the shelves. There was actually limits here where I live, in the state of where I live. You were only able to buy 2 packages of meat or 2 packages of chicken or pork, whatever, right? Of shrimp, anything that was protein based. You could only buy two things when we were in the when it was at its epidemic, right? I mean, it's still an epidemic, guys, but you get what I'm saying, right? So, what are the advantages of AquaBounty, right? I'm glad you asked, right? This fast-growing salmon is genetically modified that grows to market size in half the time of conventional Atlantic salmon, right? It takes 16 to 18 months, guys, for which is half the time it takes for a conventional salmon to grow, right? So the salmons that they're farming at AquaBounty takes 16 to 18 months, as opposed to 32 to 36 months what it takes for a normal one, right? So basically, you get a faster, you get more product, right? More productivity of salmons in a shorter amount of time, just like they do with cows and chickens. They do all that stuff too, right? But they don't pump these salmon with hormones and stuff, right? According to their website, you can do your own research and look it up, right? And it says research on genetically engineered salmon started in the mid 1980s, right? And after years of research, access to hormone gene and identifying DNA sequence, the first transgenic salmon was created in 1989, guys, right? But it wasn't FDA approved until 20 years later, right? So they've done many years of research and studying, so obviously it's safe because the FDA has approved it, right? And there's many years of science behind it, especially with the technology that we have nowadays. You know what I mean? So I would feel safe eating genetically enhanced salmon. I mean, we do that with chicken and beef now, right, guys? You just probably don't know it, but we do. And I love salmon, man. Salmon's the bomb. And according to Food and Agriculture Organizations of the United Nations 2020 stated many of the world's fisheries are being harvested to the maximum sustainability, guys. In other words, it's out of control. Yet fishing continues as the demand for seafood increases and many of America's wild salmon populations are in a major decline, guys. Um, so much so that commercial fishing of runs on both Atlantic and Pacific Ocean have been closed. Right, fishing is so off the chain, overly fishing, that they had to close down the Atlantic and the Pacific for commercial fishing, guys. And did you guys know that all of the Atlantic salmon sold here in the U.S. is farmed now? You know what I mean? It's not even caught. Well, I mean, yes, they say it's wild, right? Caught, but majority of it rather is farmed now, guys. Maybe a lot of you guys didn't know that. I didn't even know that. And well, which is AquaBounty's specialty, right, guys? That's what they do. They specialize in farming salmon. Um, so that's why I'm very super bullish on this company, right, guys? Because supply and demand. If you can meet the supply, if you can supply and you can meet up to the demand, you're about to rake in the money. And I'm all about making money, right? And I see potential dollar signs in this company, which is barely at 11.30 and 32 cents. So there's plenty of time to get in, right? Salmon is one of the most popular fishes available, right? And as of 2014, salmon is the second most consumed seafood in the U.S. And since 1990, there has been a decline in wild salmon populations, right? I didn't know any of this stuff till I started doing my homework, right? And did you guys know that global population is expected to grow to 9 billion people by 2050? Yes, that's 2050 is a good chunk away of time away, right? But nonetheless, 9 billion people across the whole world. You know what I mean? Uh, so we need to think about our the future of our kids, like I say, and our kids' kids and their kids, right? You know, if we continue to not think of ways to make more food, right? Then they'll be without. You know, you know, experts are projecting the demand for animal protein such as salmon, beef, pork, chicken to double by then, by 2050, right? It's gonna double by then, and if there's no demand for or if there's no supply for the demand, then what? You know what I mean? So I think what they're doing is great. And as it stands today, seafood has already gained significant market share, causing 90%, guys, 90% of the world's fisheries to be fully fished or overfished. 90%, right? Fish farming isn't any different, right, than, like I said, farming chickens or beef or cattle, right? Um, and if you enjoy salmon like I do, right, then this is a great thing. And plus, you can gain financially, and plus there'll be plenty of salmon to eat. Win-win situation, right, guys? So they're here to fill up that gap, so there won't be a gap, so we will never run out of salmon, right? They're farming salmon. And like I said, right, 90% of the world's fisheries are either fully exploited or overly exploited, right, or have collapsed. And large fish like salmon are the first to go. In addition to outfishing, in addition to outfishing, pollution, environmental changes, and disruption of their migration routes, some salmon have disappeared completely, guys, completely, right? Because of stuff that's going on in the world. They've been basically eradicated. Which means fish farms such as, fish farms such as AquaBounty will need to increase by 133% to meet the projection fish demand worldwide, right? So the GM salmon will provide a sustainable and fast way to grow alternative salmon, right, guys? So we're gonna need by 2050, right, guys? We're gonna need people such as AquaBounty to increase by 133% to meet the demand of protein products such as salmon. So man, this is not going anywhere, and this is like kind of in the beginning stages, somewhat, if you will, of what they're doing, anyways, on the genetically uh, modified salmon, right, guys? It's kind of new. Not farming salmon, right? It's not new, but the way they're going about and doing it is newer. You know what I mean? So, is it safe? Yes, in my opinion, right? I'm no FDA person, but in the past 20 years of research, and testing, development, and regulations, went into getting the salmon FDA approved, guys. Over 20 years, right? So I truly believe it's safe, and it's not going to go nowhere, right? And I'm going to finish with this, guys. Is that I'm going to grab my notes here. Sorry about that. I should have had them on me. They have a market cap of $629 million, right? So they're not a very small company by far. They have, a good chunk of money, and analysts forecast, like I said, in the first year, the price target of $16.43, and in 5 years, they have a forecast of $13.67, right? Um, and they expect a 231% increase, right, over the next 5 years. So just like I gave the example earlier, right? So if you invested $100, then you would have $331.98, right? According to the analyst's forecast of the 231% over the next 5 years. So just imagine if you were to put $500 or $1,000, you know what I mean? Do the math, right? 5 years or within a year, right? If you do from 11 to 16, that's $5. You know, that's still good. That's still a good chunk of money to grow in your portfolio, right? And that's the whole goal here, guys, is to make money. But yet, plus they're doing a good deed, is what they're doing, right? So, you know, it's currently trading at $11.35, right? And its first level of resistance is 11.90, right, guys? So if it goes past, if it breaks through the 11.90, right, that's its first resistance level. Then its next second resistant level is $12.46, right? Then if it blows past that, the next one's at 13.25, right, guys? And then after that, you know, sky's the limit, price discovery. But like I said, 11.90 is its next resistance level. And then if it breaks that, it's 12.46. You know what I mean? And then its first support level is $10.55. Right, if it's to retrace a little bit, you know, its first level of resistance is 10.55, or support. Its first support, rather. Sorry, guys, it's 10.55. Then if it drops, its next level of support is at $9.76, guys. Right, but I don't see it dropping. No, I'm not an analyst, right? But I think it's just gonna keep shooting up. You know what I mean? It's just gonna keep going up. In my opinion, anyways, right? But what do I know? And then analysts also say that the long-term earning potential is 44% in 1 year, guys. You know, uh, what was I gonna say here? Oh yeah, and AquaBounty is held in 6 of the U.S. traded ETFs, guys, just as well, right? They're in 6 ETFs that are traded, right, totaling 8.9 million shares, right? That's how many shares of AquaBounty are in the 6 of the ETFs, you know. And here's a list of 4 institutional investors that are in it. And I always like to talk about the institutional investors because, guys, like I always say, if institutional investors are heavily invested in companies, right, then obviously they see financial growth in the near or foreseeable future, guys. You know what I mean? So they're not going to put money in something they don't believe in. You know what I mean? Are you? No, I know I'm not, right? So if they're investing in it, that's a good assumption that, yeah, this company is a good company to invest in. So, you know what I mean? So ARK Investment, Miss Kathy Woods, and the famous ARK Investment, they have 8.4% stake, right, in AquaBounty, right? 4,585 shares, guys, which is $40 million worth. Then you have Vanguard has a 2% stake in the company, right, with 1 million shares, which is a whopping $9,516 worth. Blackrock has a 1% stake. They have 585,000 shares, which is estimated at $5,100,000. And Morgan and Stanley has a 0.46 stake in it, which is 248,000 shares at $2 million, guys. These are some big, heavy institutional hitters, guys, putting their money where their mouth is because they obviously see financial growth in this future, right, in this company. So I do too. I think this can be a good short-term play or it can be a good long-term play, right, guys? You know, and according to the present data, you know, AquaBounty shares and its market environment. Oh no, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to read my notes here. It's according to present data, AquaBounty shares and its market environment has been in a bullish cycle the last 12 months. There is currently a trend where stocks in this consumer defense, professional science, and tech services sectors have been very popular in the last 12 months, guys. And analysts also implied that there will be a positive trend in the future, and that AquaBounty is a good investment for making money in the near or foreseeable future. Like I had said, you know what I mean. I think this company is going to do great, and like I never even heard of them. I just was looking up stocks, and I just happened to come across this one, and I just started doing a little bit of research on it, guys. And you know, go do your own research. But it's called AquaBounty, and I think there is potential for it to grow. You know what I mean? And let's just look it up real quick and see what it's been doing in the last month, we'll say. Right. Let me see AquaBounty here. Right, and let me put this up here. In the last week, they have gone up 4%. The last month, 29%. In the last 3 months, 200%, guys. Right, so plenty of room to grow. Right, plenty of room to make money. Like I said, analysts say $16 and change within the next year, and in $36 and some change in the next 5 years, guys. This is Robin Hood and Stock Talk. Well, I'm a G. Hopefully you found this video useful. Maybe leave a comment down below if you like, or if not, it's all good. Hit that subscribe if you want to become a member to follow me in this journey. But like I said, this is Jaime G. You guys have a wonderfully blessed night. Hopefully you guys will have a great night, or a great day tomorrow in the markets, guys. You guys stay blessed, stay safe. Peace.